Does your lower back ache just getting out of bed? I've been there, mate. At first, it was just a stiff back in the morning. Nothing major. Just part of getting older, right? But then it got worse. Tying my shoes hurt. Standing up after sitting too long took effort. I started avoiding certain movements. Not because I wanted to, but because I had to. By 55, my lower back pain was running my life. I couldn't enjoy a walk. I couldn't sleep through the night. And forget about having a kick around with the grandkids. I was too worried I'd throw my back out. I thought this was my new normal. Painkillers, stretches that barely helped, maybe a visit to the physio once in a while. But then something changed. After one particularly bad morning, I bent over and could barely stand back up. I decided enough was enough. I didn't join a gym. I didn't buy any fancy gear. I started with 4 simple exercises, right there on the lounge room floor. And to my surprise, they worked. They didn't just ease the pain. They gave me my life back. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact 4 exercises that helped me relieve years of back pain, without stepping foot in a gym, without any equipment, and without spending a cent on therapy or gadgets. These movements are simple, but they work. Especially for blokes over 50 whose bodies don't bounce back like they used to. You won't need anything but a bit of space, a few minutes, and the willingness to move. These exercises helped me regain flexibility, reduce inflammation, and most importantly, they gave me control over my own body again. And listen, don't skip exercise number 2. That one alone is the reason I can sit, stand, and sleep without pain now. But I'll be honest, exercise number 3 was the real game changer. If you only try one today, start there. If you're watching this and thinking, it's too late for me, it's not. If I can start over after 55 with a stiff aching back, you can too. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do and how to do it, so you can start feeling better today. Exercise. 1. Cat-cow stretch. Unlock your spine, 1 breath at a time. When my back pain got bad, I realized something worrying. I couldn't move like I used to. Twisting, bending, even just getting off the couch felt stiff and restricted. My spine wasn't just sore, it was locked up. That's when I started doing something I thought was just for yoga people. The cat-cow stretch. I was wrong. This one movement brought life back into my spine. It helped me reconnect with how my body was meant to move. Smoothly, fluidly, pain-free. How to do it. Start on all 4s, hands directly under shoulders, knees under hips. On an inhale, slowly arch your back, lift your chest and tailbone up toward the ceiling. This is the cow position. On the exhale, round your spine, pull your belly toward your spine and tuck your chin to your chest. This is the cat position. Move slowly between the 2 for 10-15 controlled reps, syncing each movement with your breath. What it does, gently mobilizes each vertebra of the spine, reduces stiffness in the lower and mid-back, boosts circulation and promotes relaxation. What to avoid? Don't rush it. This isn't about working out. It's about reteaching your spine how to move again. Keep your shoulders away from your ears and don't collapse your lower back. After just a few sessions, I could twist, turn, and reach for things without bracing or wincing. This wasn't just a stretch. It was a wake-up call to my nervous system. For the first time in years, my back felt like it was mine again. Exercise 2. Glute bridge. Take the pressure off your spine. This was the exercise I almost skipped. It looked too simple, just lifting your hips off the ground. But I'm glad I didn't, because this was the one that changed everything for me. For years, I was treating my lower back like the problem. What I didn't realize was that my glutes weren't doing their job. When your glutes are weak, your lower back cops the load. Every step, every time you stand up, every time you bend over, your spine ends up working overtime. The glute bridge is how I fix that, how to do it. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. Keep your arms by your sides, palms down. Push through your heels and slowly lift your hips off the ground until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Squeeze your glutes hard at the top, not your lower back. Hold for 2 to 3 seconds, then lower with control. Do 10-12 reps, 2 to 3 sets. Common mistake. Don't arch your lower back or push with your toes. This is a glute activation exercise, not a back bend. Keep your ribs down and focus on that squeeze. At first, I could barely feel anything. My glutes had basically gone to sleep, but within a week of consistent practice, I noticed a huge change. My hips felt more stable. I wasn't clenching my lower back just to stand upright. The pain? It started to fade. This movement didn't just ease my back pain. It shifted the work to where it should have been all along. Exercise 3. Child's pose. Release years of built-up tension. If there's one stretch that gave me peace, not just in my body, but in my mind, it was this one. The child's pose. Simple, quiet, and shockingly effective. For years, I carried tension in my lower back without realizing it. Every stressful day, every tight hammy, every stiff hip added to it. By the time I hit 55, it felt like I was carrying a steel rod in my spine. I needed something that didn't just stretch. I needed something that allowed me to let go. The child's pose gave me that space. How to do it? Start on your hands and knees. Sit your hips back toward your heels while keeping your arms extended forward. Let your forehead rest on the floor and relax your chest toward the ground. Breathe deeply. Feel the stretch through your lower back, hips, and shoulders. Hold for 30 to 60 seconds. Repeat 2 to 3 rounds. Why it works. Gently decompresses the spine. Releases tight muscles in the lower back and hips. Activates the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural relaxation switch. Key tip. If your hips don't reach your heels, that's fine. Place a cushion or folded towel under your thighs or chest for support. This isn't about perfect form. It's about permission to relax. This pose became part of my nightly routine. It helped me sleep deeper, breathe easier, and wake up with less tightness. There were nights I'd sink into this position and just stay there. It felt like my spine was finally exhaling after years of tension. Sometimes healing doesn't come from pushing harder. It comes from learning how to release. Exercise 4. Dead bug. Rebuild core control, one movement at a time. This one caught me off guard. The first time I tried the dead bug, I thought, this can't be right. I look ridiculous. But by the third rep, I was sweating. Not because it was super hard, but because it forced me to slow down and reconnect with muscles I hadn't used properly in years. You see, when we're young, our core handles everything without us thinking. Lifting, twisting, even standing still. But after 50, especially with back pain, the brain stops trusting the core and starts dumping all that stress into the spine. That's where the dead bug comes in. It retrains your body to move from the center, not from bad habits. How to do it? Lie on your back with arms extended straight up toward the ceiling and knees bent at 90 degrees, like you're imitating a dead bug. Engage your core by gently pulling your belly button toward the floor. Your lower back should stay flat. Slowly lower your right arm and left leg at the same time, hovering just above the floor. Return to the start, then switch sides. Perform 6 to 8 reps per side, moving slowly and with control. Key points. Don't let your lower back arch. If it does, you've lost core engagement. If it's too tricky, start with just arms or just legs, not both together. Why it works. Activates the deep core stabilizers, the ones that actually protect your spine. Improves coordination and body awareness. Reduces the unconscious strain placed on your lower back during everyday tasks. The dead bug made me realize how little control I actually had over my core. But the more I practiced, the more confident I became. not just in movement, but in daily life. Picking something off the floor? No worries. Twisting to grab a bag from the back seat? Easy as. It's not just about building strength. It's about regaining trust in your body again. I spent years believing that back pain was just something I had to cop, that it came with the territory, part of getting older, part of slowing down. But I was wrong. The truth is, I wasn't broken. I was just out of sync. My body didn't need more pills or surgery. It needed attention, movement, and the right kind of effort. These 4 exercises didn't just relieve my pain. They gave me back something I thought I'd lost for good. Freedom. Now I get out of bed without holding my breath. I can sit through a family dinner without fidgeting or wincing. I can walk, stretch, lift, even have a muck around with the grandkids. With confidence. And all that came from just a few minutes a day, right there on my lounge room floor. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be flexible. You don't even have to believe it'll work. Not yet. Just show up. Give these movements a fair go. Your back will thank you, and so will your future self. Remember this. It doesn't matter where you're starting from. What matters is that you start. Try these exercises for 7 days. 1 week of consistency. See what changes. Keep track of how you feel each morning. I promise something will shift. Maybe not everything at once, but enough to remind you that your body still wants to heal. You just have to meet it halfway. You're not too old. You're not too far gone. You're just one habit away from feeling like yourself again. If you found value in this video, do me a favor. Hit that like button so YouTube knows this content matters. And if you're ready to take your strength, mobility, and confidence to the next level after 50, subscribe to the channel. This is just the beginning. Leave a comment below and tell me, where are you watching from, and which of the 4 exercises are you going to start with today? I'd love to hear your story. And who knows, your comment might help another bloke out there who's struggling, just like we were. And don't stop here. Check out the next video on the screen. It's all about 3 simple stretches that fixed my tight hips and helped me walk pain-free again. It pairs perfectly with what we just covered. God bless you, mate. Stay strong, stay moving, and I'll see you in the next one.